You got me so hot. I want to touch it.
Hi guys, I need to tell you something. I'm a little excited yet because a few weeks ago the legendary and king Alan Roger Curry commented one of my videos. The king asked me to show his content. I must promote his books and his Patreon page, for which I thank him deeply. I'm a little ashamed that I did it previously without his permission, and I am very happy that thanks to him I can continue to share his knowledge and wisdom. So, thank you very much, Alan, my subscribers, and I thank you from the heart. By the way, another color news. I have my first hater. Yes, rather than hating my content, the guys go out of his way to comment negatively on David X video after video. So, have fun with him while my analytics break the sky. Mwah,
All you lost sight of what kind of... He's stupid. Okay? He let it happen. It's the worst thing. Every time he saw her, his dick took over thinking. So he's stupid, but he's a man. Normal. But what she did, that's what I expressed to Mike. What she did, you all lose sight of, and that's the key to your salvation. Okay. You have the key here. Okay? Him and you guys don't know what the fucking key is. It's him. Because you all think he's still bad. But look what this slut did to him for 2 fucking years. Would you do that to anybody for 2 years? Of course not.
We're good kids. That's the problem.
Yeah, but you tell
we
me.
don't manipulate people. We're good kids.
That's what. But look what's
raised by our mothers. Like
this fucking guy. He was manipulated for 2 fucking years. Thank you.
What's her name? Maddie.
What's your name?
Marie. Maddie. This is great. You have nothing to lose, Frank. Go ahead.
You know what? She hasn't been part of my life in the last...
She has. You know what? I'm going to tell you something, okay? And I really use you all the time in my teaching, okay? And honest to God. But I'm telling you something. All this weight loss and changing yourself around might be good for your image, but it's you're still trying to get her back in your mind. I mean, you don't need me to tell you that. You can go to a high-priced shrink and he'll tell you the same thing. But you haven't stopped because you're going after a broad you never fucked. And I got news for you. You never were gonna fuck her. Because you know what happened? Here, there's the results. I can be a big mind reader. You go after a broad you're never gonna fuck. You should know in a fucking hour. What do you think? Every broad I talk to, I fuck? No, I never said that. I said every broad I really wanted to fuck, I got. But if they were really shit, like the guy asked me, what about the broad that's really a real cock-sucking bitch? Why do you want to fuck her? She won't even suck your dick. Do me first. Why would you want to? So you're going after stuff you can't have, and you're beating yourself up with it. That's all you're doing.
I hate to admit it, but you're right.
You tell me. Tell yourself. I know it already because I'm telling you that I know it. So what's the difference? What you telling me now? Results. It's like when I take the guys, I show them. You can get results. It's all in your head. You're fucking trying this guy's system and that guy's system, and those guys are just like you. They don't get laid either. They're all full of shit. Because it's not hard to get laid. It happens to be the human animal natural thing to do is a fuck. You know, every animal fucks. And you can't figure out why you don't fuck. Go watch the monkeys for an hour, for Christ's sake. Get a porn fucking movie. That's all we do in all our lives is all about fucking. Now they want the fucking two guys that are fucking screwed into each other's ass. They want to be able to get married. The fuck, you know? It's all about fucking. And you're worried about this one. But you know what? There's a statistic that I've told you guys. I tell it to everybody. And it also doesn't sink in. 80% of all women never achieve an orgasm in their lifetime. What does that mean to you? That every 10 broads, you only want 2. The one that isn't going to be able to come can control you. You know, it's like that whole saying, be careful what you wish for, because you get it. You get a broad like that, you end up marrying her, and she's the worst fuck in the world because she doesn't like to fuck. I told Cliff, I watched this thing on porn the other day on TV. They were interviewing this porn star, and she says, so the interviewer says, what's the difference between you and a prostitute? She goes, what are you talking about? I choose who I want to fuck, and I don't do it for $20. Hello? She'll suck a dick for 10 grand a day, so she's not a prostitute. But a $20 hooker is a prostitute. It's all perception. They're all sluts. I tell you that 100 and 1,000 times. I'm being nice because I say, not your mother and your sister. And I tell you, in my life, my sister's a slut like the rest of them. My father is in the hospital. He had a stroke, so I was there tonight with him. That's why I was late. So he was talking. The other day, we were joking about my sister. I said to him one day, I said, you know what? I said, she doesn't look like any of us. Maybe we should have a DNA test. Maybe you took her on baby. So he looks at me and he goes, my mother passed away 20 years ago. He goes, maybe your mother had a boyfriend. That's what he says to me. It's my dad. I think he's had 2 women in his whole life. My mother and his current wife. I think so.
Your dad?
Yeah, maybe.
Really?
I don't know. You know what? I don't give a fuck. I ain't fucking with his dick. My dad couldn't understand how come I had to have so many different women. They were all over me. If I came to a different city, I never stayed at another fucking guy's house. I might have dropped my bags there till I picked up a broad and I'd stay with her. Because no offense, even if I came to Montreal, I wouldn't stay with Clifford. Because I ain't gonna stick it in his ass all fucking night long. No fucking way. I'd rather have some bitch sucking my dick, okay? So if I'm gonna be in a strange city and I have to go someplace, I'm gonna be there in somebody's mouth or ass for fucking hell. What am I doing? You guys, you're going out and here, as a gaff, we're using this in part of the book. I went on the phone lines, okay? You can't, I don't want to tell everybody because if you start telling, the broads won't talk on the phone lines anymore. I got about 20 broads calling me asking. They give me their phone number, their name, their address, their every fucking, and I don't ask them for nothing. I never asked a broad for a phone number. I can't relate to you guys saying, what do you do to get her number? I ask her questions, I talk to her, I find out everything I need to find out if I want to see her after. You guys can do that in all your business lives. You're all good at what you do in business. I know that individually, okay? Like this prick can do anything he wants. It comes to broads, he's fucking, what's he looking at? He's looking at the keyboard with his elbows. You guys gotta start focusing. You think there's something there like the enemy. What's she gonna think about me? How do I get her back? I'm going to lose weight and make myself gorgeous. You think, and I keep telling you, women don't look at looks and a big dick. That's the last one. That's the porn stars. That they've had so many guys with small dicks and big dicks that only makes them feel anything anymore. What the fuck's wrong with you guys? You're trying to fix it. They got to take you the way you are. You think I tell them the nicest thing you can say to me is, what do you think I want to hear from them? No, you want me for sex. And I really didn't. I wanted you to sew my sewing kit tonight. I thought, oh, what's wrong with you? Yeah, what am I going out for? What do I have to go out for? And you sit there and like you're doing all this stuff. But let me ask you, have you gotten laid lately? Mm-hmm. Yeah? With who?
A married woman.
Why did you have to tell me she's a married woman? I would never have said to you, I'm getting fucked by a married woman. So you know it's something that you just get. What is she giving you, a mercy fuck, or she just needs to get laid? I mean, what are you telling me? See, I listen to everything everybody tells me. It doesn't sound like I do sometimes, but I hear everything. You're telling me you're getting laid by a married woman. What's the significance? If I'm getting laid by a bitch, doesn't care what his fucking political stature is either. I don't fuck liberals. I only fuck pay-kissed. I like to only fuck pay-kissed girls up the ass. The fuck you telling me, you know? There's reasons. You're gonna make excuses for everything you want, eh? You can find an excuse. You guys are so good at finding excuses on stuff, but it comes to fucking lines, pickup lines, you gotta think of... I seem to have lost my number. Could I get yours? You know? You just have to talk to them like they're people, like you. Like you would talk to me. You talk to me straight up. No, when it comes to broads there, you're like, you're thinking too hard. And it's so natural. Guaranteed. If you go out and you hit 1,000 broads and you walk up to them and say only one thing, I need to fuck. Guaranteed one of the broads might fuck you. Law of averages. You have to hit one broad. Sometimes you're going to say, okay, law of averages. So either you're changing your system every fucking second day, so you're really defying the law of averages. Consistency. Be yourself. It's too hard to be somebody else. It's too fucking, you gotta remember too much. How many fucking symphonies can you fucking remember in your head without looking at the fucking stuff? Give me a guesstimate.
I don't know, symphonies I have.
2, 1, 6.
5, 10.
Okay. You can do that. The fuck, I think that's, if you could do one, I think it's fabulous. Okay? Don't you think? To remember a whole symphony in your head and
pretty fucking complicated. Thank
you very much. Everybody here will say the same thing. If I was a broad, I'd suck your dick just because you could do that. Hey, think about it. That's a nice guy.
Works sometimes when I'm playing.
So, but that's what I'm saying to you.
Stage it helps, but not always.
But you know what? Because you're worried about her. Listen, the key is 80% of the women don't have orgasms. And I know you guys, you hear it, and you hear it, and you hear it. And one day, after you go through enough women, hopefully you'll go, fuck, Dave was really right, man. Because that's the ones who are out there first, believe it or not. The ones who aren't sexually happy, they're looking for something. And the guy doesn't turn them on, but it turns them on to manipulate him. Or to drive him crazy. What else could it be? Girl goes out with a guy for 2 years, doesn't fuck her. What she never once thought, never once in her mind, with all what's going on TV, all books published today, internet porn, she never once thought, maybe he wants to fuck me. Never entered her mind once. You believe that? I don't think an intelligent person could believe that. She spends 2-3 hours in the fucking bathroom to turn him on, wears perfume, gets all gussy, but no, she never thought once he wants to fuck her. Not one time. You have a key in this layer. Okay, it's a diamond mine. You don't see it. Just analyze what's gone through.
Something you do that I'd be curious. You talk about setting traps, and
And it's not a trap. It's not a trap so much as I get all the information, because if you talk to a woman, they get the information from you more subtle than even I can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, they get all that information out of you, and they well, you see, you're again thinking what they got it for. I look at it this way: it's like a military conflict. Don't look at what the enemy is thinking. You protect yourself the best you can. So if they do get past your perimeter, you have backup. Mm-hmm. That's all it is. You want to have control. You want to control the relationship, because if you guys want to be pussies, you see what could happen. That's the most terrifying thing. You don't want to end up like him, because that's fucking terrifying. Going out with a rod for 2 years.
He's not sitting here, man.
No, I don't care if he's sitting here or not. You know what? No offense. People tell me I should really be able to tell people
your mind.
Face how I think.
Go on.
No, but that's what it is. You got to be able to put out your weapons. The same as with them. You got to be able to confront them. And it's got to be done smart. And I don't care what people tell me. All I know is this. The proof of the pudding is still on my finger. Would you not say that? That's what it is. The guy telling me, the guy brought home 4 broads, but the TV didn't work, so they left. What the fuck's going on? I would ever even think of opening a TV. I'd be fucking already. If they're up in my apartment, it's over. They left? What do you mean they left? Where'd they go? Where was I died in the middle here. How could they leave?
That was Steph and TD.
Yeah. I don't care who. It's like the end result is you go out, you come back, you getting your dick sucked? No. Well, you didn't do nothing. So you have her number. Big deal. I don't believe in getting a phone number. She should chase after you. She should want you. You got to get all the information from her, so she'll give you all the stuff. You want them willingly.
And how exactly, what kind of questions do you ask?
Those questions that I ask. Yeah, I got asked tons of questions. Great questions. You're not ready for those questions. You're not ready. I'm telling you, as long as you keep thinking about what they're thinking about, you're not ready for the questions. Because it'll fuck you up. You have to stop thinking what they're thinking before you start asking them questions.
David, a lot of us don't even get past the initial 2 or 3 minutes because we get a very bitchy sort of attitude from the girl. How do you handle that? Girls who don't want to know nothing from you.
What do you say to them when they get bitchy? You tell them, are you really this bitchy all the time, or are you trying to impress me? That's right, I tell them stuff like that. I knew a girl, she was twice as bitchy as you, and she ended up in my bed also. The fuck? What's the difference? If they're hot enough to fuck the first time, you see, you're listening to them again. She's bitchy. Overcome it. You guys know what happens when you do something wrong in a musical thing or your stuff. I'm telling you, you all know how to do it. She's bitchy, you're gonna say, oh fuck. Say, fuck you, bitch! How you like that? Tell her that. Go to the next broad. If she's too fucking bitchy, who wants to fuck her? You think she's gonna fuck you? She'd drive you crazy. If she's here's a good one for you guys, okay? I'll give you another good freebie, okay? If she's bitchy, ask her the first question right after that. Do you believe that 80% of the women women don't achieve an orgasm in their whole lifetime? Because for sure you're one of them. Try that one, okay? Try that one. It's a free one for me, okay? The fuck, I'm giving you all the information. It's easy. There's nothing they can say to you. You're bulletproof.
So if you don't care what they're thinking, then basically if they're bitchy, whatever, you just fuck around.
You're not gonna see her again. You're never gonna see her as long as you live. Who cares? Mm-hmm. You really care what this slut's gonna say something to? She's not gonna say it to a guy. You know, I went out with Joseph, and I was really bitchy to him, and I only would suck his dick twice, and then I stopped because I'm playing games and punishing him. You think she's gonna tell him that? No. Who cares?
Right.
You know what the nicest thing is today? Today, that I've come in contact with a few women, and every once in a while I bump into one that I used to fuck. And this one, I went to a Shiva house, you know, when some people die, you go to their house. And I went to the Shiva house, and she's there, and she looks at me and goes, "Oh, hi." And I go, and she vomited on my cock. Okay? Because I held her head down. And this happened to be at my going away party when I went to Europe, okay? It's fucking 30 some odd years ago. So she's looking at me and I go, and she's taking a drink or something, and she went, I go, "You still have trouble keeping things down?" The fucking broad chased me around all night like a puppy. 30 fucking years later. What do you think? You're right. You know what? If you don't think I'm a gentleman by telling you that, she loved it. She probably went home and fucking orgasmed herself the fucking night, okay, thinking about me. As a matter of fact, I might have mentioned something in the elevator. If you think about me, call me tomorrow. She's all red like a fucking beet.
Sure.
They love it.
On the phone, he compared one woman to a cow.
Calling her a cow.
And then she says, "That's one strike against you." And
I go, "Yeah, why? You don't have
their
tits."
number.
And then after that, I saw she was getting pissed off. I go, "Okay, is that really a strike or maybe a ball? You get 4 balls to get 1 strike." So she goes, "Okay, it's a ball." I don't even let them, when they win, I don't give it to them full. If I take them out once for coffee, then the second time if I want to see them, I gauge how much they want to see me by saying, "If you really wanted to see me, you'd cook for me." She says, "No, I can't cook for you yet." Bye. Don't waste my time. I was telling him tonight, I had a rule: if I didn't fuck him on the 3rd date, that's it. History. Don't turn back. And you know,
That's good.
my wife, okay, is the only broad I broke my rule with. But hey, you heard at the table tonight? I said, "You see, you broke my rule." And she was a ball buster that they were fixing me up with because they figured I needed to be taught a lesson. And she joined my harem. I had 5 other girls when I brought her in. And when I sat down one night, I was watching TV. I think I may have mentioned the story that fucking Howard Stern was on. New Year's Eve was with Bobbitt. Remember when his dick got cut off? I looked at her and I said to myself, "You know what? I'm ready. Let's make a baby." And my son was born, which is birthday's in a couple of days. October 2nd. It's what I wanted. And I had a kid with her because I thought she'd make the best wife out of all the other broads I was seeing. It's decisions you make. My house is like this. He was there tonight for dinner. My house is like this. I don't have to hide from anything I do or where I'm going.
You told her, "Can I trade you in for 2 20-year-olds?
When she turned 40, I said to her, "Can I trade you in for 2 20s? Okay. And what did you asked her if I could see another girl? I need permission or something. I said,
No, I didn't say that.
No, so what? But that's what. And she's not a stupid woman. very well educated. She's got a big job in computers. They're easy. I don't have any trouble with them at all. It has nothing to do with looks. Where'd he go?
I think he's on the phone.
So when you approach a woman, what's the first thing that goes into your mind? Like, what are you thinking?
What I'm doing? What am I looking at?
You're thinking about yourself. So what you think?
Yeah, I'm looking at fucking her. Listen, if I go into a place, I look around, okay, and I look, and I can, like even today, when I go into it, I can almost picture myself fucking her no matter what her figure is, the way I place her, and the way I think she'd like to get fucked. Just by looking at her, it goes through my mind. And I have a visual experience of me actually fucking her. I almost know what her breasts are going to be like, you know, it's like, comes from experience, yes, but I can, and then sometimes, and when I'm looking at them and I'm looking at their pussy, I'm trying to figure out what kind of pussy, because there's different pussies. Mm-hmm. And it's just the way they feel when you fuck them, and for different guys, it's different positions. It means nothing to two people the same, you understand? It's the way, what you like, your personal preference. So I'm looking at her, and sometimes I'm really enjoying looking at her, and I'm like really fucking her hard in my mind, because I fuck them all. I fuck them all in my mind first. And if she says something to me, it depends what part of the fucking I'm at. I sometimes remark on what I'm doing. I go, I was just having a very good picture of what I was doing to you, so just give me another minute. I don't give a shit. She don't like it, fuck off. Don't dress like that. You know, if you go, here's a guy went to a museum the other night. I think a broad that plans to go to a museum with him wants to show him something. It's got to be something in there. She must, you know, I'd say now, the next date has to be an art show. And I want you to be the art exhibit. You know, so I go straight away. I go for the kill. I want her to know that I want to fuck her. Yeah. I don't beat around the bush. I don't play fucking games with her. You want to know what I'm there for? I'm there to fuck you. What else do I want you for? What else do you want a woman for? You're going out. I don't think you're going to cook for me tonight, are you? No. What do you want him for?
What do you do if she's like with four of her friends?
I love that. That was my best experiences.
How do you handle that?
You go for the ugly one first.
Yeah, okay.
And you tell her like this, I know you have a boyfriend because you're just too nice not to have a boyfriend. Fix it up with the other friends. Anyway, stuff like that. Off the wall stuff. Say, I can handle the four of you women. Would you treat me right? Could I be your slave? I'll be your sex toy. You know, that's it. You'll single one out. One will think you're a little funny, or you pick up on that one. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're terrible. And you go, yes, I am. I never deny anything they say. Whatever they want to call me. They're waiting for you to beg forgiveness.
What if there's guys in the picture? Let's say it's 3 girls, 2 guys.
Listen, I was standing outside with this guy, Kelly, in front of his hotel. I did him some counseling there. And this fucking chick walks by with this guy. And I'm fucking her really hard. And the guy stops and says, you got a problem? And I go, yes, I got a problem. You're taking that beautiful woman away with you. What right do you have? We all have to enjoy her. He came over, all giggles, and they were all happy, all nice to me. And she was red as a beet. And Kelly couldn't believe it. Do you remember? Well, guys are not intimidating me.
There was another situation.
You get one time a guy gets maybe a little protective or violent, say, gee, I know, I love when guys are like this because then they're worried about losing their women.
You say this to the guy?
Yeah, I'm not afraid of the guy. I'm talking to the broad. I'm giving you own her. Is she your wife? Oh, I'm sorry then. If she's not your wife, I can talk to any broad out there, but I don't get bad vibes from guys.
We were walking with a guy and a girl couple with you and Steph, and I was telling him it looks like it's her brother. They were walking like affectionate, and then they kissed, and then he says to the girl, well, that just blows his whole theory. And she turns, and then he said, beautiful woman like you, we thought this was your brother. And then she says, no, it's my boyfriend. And he says, well, when you dump him, I'm available.
In front of the guy.
In front of the guy. And she just started giggling like that. The guy didn't do anything.
He was a joke too.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not, I don't get a violent reaction from them. I don't do it like I'm cursing the guy out or wanting to, to confront him. But that's what animals do in the wild. Look at the lions. Look at the fucking rams and the fucking... I'm doing what's natural. Hey? I'm not afraid if there's a guy there. That's what you do. That's what the women like. They like to be fought over. They like to have two guys coming on to them. They love that. And if you back off right away, you're the gentleman. You have to be good, That wasn't nice what you did. You just said something nice about me. Fuck, I don't know what they're going to say. Who gives a shit? I'd rather think what I'm thinking. I like her. Listen, I don't mind if they have a big fight and she fucks me just to spite him. I don't care. As long as I fuck her, it doesn't matter what reason. That's what you gotta do. You're worried about... I'm not worried about that. That's what the women want. That's what they want. They want guys to come on to them. And I gave him a fucking great place to meet chicks. He says, where can I meet? I said, you want to meet good chicks? You want to know where to go? But you're afraid to walk in there. I took that guy in New York that I graduated, that doctor. That's where I took him. He freaked out. I didn't need to fucking entertain. I got 20 of their numbers if I want. Where'd I go? I went to the makeup section of Bloomingdale's. Any department store. Mm-hmm. They're all good-looking women. They're all playing with their pussies and faces all fucking day long for you guys. And you're going to walk in there. You don't want to walk in there because what? You're going to offend them? You know what I told them I'm doing there? I said, I'm walking through here. Look at all beautiful women. And I started talking to the chick, the first chick I'm talking to. Because that's what they're there for. They're going there to look beautiful. How many guys are down there? When you go down there, take a look. Look this way. Look this way. Look this way. Look this way. And look this way. Then get a mirror and look once in the mirror and you'll see all the people you just looked at. There's hardly any men down there. And the only man that's down there is an ass because it's yourself. There's no guys down there picking them up. It's like,
It's good for the winter, too.
It's like they won't let a freshwater diver spearfish a scuba diver spearfish in fresh water. Okay? Because you can empty the lake. They're standing there doing nothing. I gave a good analogy the other day. I says, it's like we're both in a fucking rowboat with fishing lines in. And I'm bringing them in. There's a pile beside us, and you're going, I can't move anymore. I can't catch a fish because of that. You understand? You can always find the excuse why not to. But it's so easy. They're right there. You're focused on the wrong things. You want their number. You want them to do twosomes to you. No, I keep telling you. All you guys, tomorrow, give you some stuff to do. And not one of you can call me for private consultation until you buy it. Okay? You're banned unless you tell me you bought it. And you have to bring with you a Harlequin novel.
I got one.
Okay? I think I told maybe you get it, eh? That's what you have to do.
Buy them used or something.
Yeah.
Garage sale.
Library.
Mm-hmm.
This guy I counseled, this guy from out west.
Vancouver.
I told him, that's out west, isn't it?
I think so.
Sound like a pussy abroad trying to correct me. Okay, dear, you're right. So he's from out west and they tell him about the Harlequin novel and he goes, yeah, his mother was a scientist. Okay, a real, genius family. His mother was a scientist and his two sisters are big engineers or something like that. And he tells me, yeah, they had so many Harlequin novels. They always were reading one all their lives. Okay, all his life his mother, he remembers his mother reading a Harlequin novel and his two sisters. And these were intelligent women. You look at that book, you try to read it, you look, fuck it, you gotta be brain dead to read this book. But you're a guy. You see, you're looking at it. A guy looks at it, you gotta be brain dead. I How can you figure out what a person is thinking? A brilliant woman reads this book and loves them. How can you try to think what she's thinking? How can you think about a woman who lives her whole life without having an orgasm? Fucking guy can't do anything without having an orgasm. That's what makes us breathe. You'd rather have an orgasm than eat. And we're trying to relate and think about what a woman who never had an orgasm in her life could be thinking about relating to us. Doesn't that sound a little futile? Instead, we should be looking for the fucking 2 out of every 10 that really like to fuck. Because, you gotta go through a lot. I tell the story about a broad who told me she gave me 12 tickets a year. I fixed Clifford up with her. I said, 12 tickets here. After the 12th time I fucked her, I wouldn't fuck her anymore. She kept driving me crazy. What's the matter? I said, I used my tickets, I'm gone. I'll see you next year if I pass by. She drove me crazy. And that's it. 12 tickets are over, it's over. How could a guy do that? You're going to tell a broad, I want to see the first guy meets a broad and says, okay, I'm only fucking you 18 times this year, never one more than that. Which guy would say that? Would you believe it could come out of a guy's mouth? No. Which guy could fucking say that? He's going out with a hot chick there. You met a girl, you like her a lot. I'm only going to fuck you 18 times this year. You're trying to think you've done something wrong. You've done nothing wrong. You're with a fucking slut that could grab a poor kid who's got a heart of gold, rip his fucking heart out and step on it for fucking 2 years. And you're still, and she's still manipulating him. Now, I don't think I'm the smartest guy in the world, but if I could figure that out, I think she could figure it out. That she still owns it. Where the fuck is he?
He's on the phone, maybe, with a married woman. You mentioned something important about the Harlequins, is that on the cover, the guy is always taking the...
Oh, yeah, but it's the whole novel's like that.
But it says something about, like, a woman's psychology.
It's, you know what, I don't want to dwell on their psychology. I can figure that out. And that's what gives me the advanced stuff. That we'll do a group one time. Clifford wants to do advanced stuff. I could give you real good tips on how to really get. But you guys can't go there. It's like I'm telling him. He's got to get over that. He's got to sit down and realize what he's doing and what he wants. And what does he really want? And go for what he really wants. Not a whole fucking game. Not a whole fucking bullshit to play their game. I'm not playing your game. I don't have time for this shit. Over. Out. And I'm not, even if they beg to come back, no, goodbye. Out. He likes to become friends with the broads after he gets to know him, whether he fucks him or not. One day, this is many years ago, he takes me out to fucking coffee shop with him, and I go there and I sit down, and there's a whole fucking bunch of these broads at the table, and I look at them, they're all fucking bitches. A couple of them got boyfriends in the group that he was in, and I look at him, and he tells me, he talks to all of them, and I go, you went out with some of these broads? He goes, yeah, most of them. I go, did you fuck some of them? Some. Look, he's a businessman, and all tell me. Like, I give a fuck. So I go, why are you still talking to them? Why the fuck would you be talking to them? There's not a broad that's your friend there. I don't know you much, but if I had a hot broad and you were horny, I'd say, go for her. I'd say, fuck him, do me a favor, fuck him. You think a broad's gonna do that for you? No. They want to fuck you up or keep you around when they don't have a boyfriend. Or meet one of your friends, they're worse. You don't want them for your friends. They ain't your friends.
You can do that with them. I mean, that one chick threw some chick that
Yeah, but you know what?
We call them pivots, actually.
I don't want them as friends. I tell them when they say, well, let's be friends. I go,
Well, that I can believe. That's good.
I don't want, listen, I tell them like this all of us. My spectrum of friends is full. I'm not looking for new friends. And I believe to have a good friend, you have to be a good friend. That's the way I believe. So these broads can never be a good friend. Maybe that's why I have a better insight than you. I know what it is to be a good friend. Women are not good friends to women. I'll tell another story of a friend of mine who was a fireman. He married this girl next door. He wasn't a Satan's choice, and I grew up with the guy. We used to ride together, you know, and she was gorgeous, his wife. Beautiful. Blonde, blue-eyed, really, really attractive. And he started fucking around and stuff like that. And then one day he's telling me that his wife has this divorcee friend. I told him, tell your wife to stop seeing that broad or you're going to have a divorce. I said, you're going to see, as soon as they get 3 divorcee friends in her, if they go out like that, 3 or 4 girls, 2 are married, and 3 are, as soon as you get 3 divorcees, it's doomed. Everybody's getting divorced. What are you talking about? He says to me, you're making generalizations. The fuck do you know? I go, well, make a long story short, the 3rd friend, they're divorced. Misery likes company with broads. Guys don't do that to guys. Try to build each other up. Be a friend. Okay?
Mike has a good strategy.
You know, they're not gonna, and you're going out with a broad, and now you're on a date with another broad, and she doesn't have a guy. Oh, she's really going to give you good advice about that broad, eh? You could really trust her. No, you know that. You all know that.
True that.
You finished with them? You're finished with them. That's what it is. Stragglers. You don't cut your tents. They know you're a pussy. You gotta cut. Over. Be a man. Get rid of it when you're tied in there like my ex-girlfriend needs. And the first time they hear that, 2 things must go through their mind. You're a pussy, or I'll never own you. She still owns you. You gotta be able to take hold of yourself. They're not your friends.
What did you say to me? Everything starts now? Something like... Because it's talking about, like, you know, dwelling on the past and stuff. And you said it all starts from right here.
Yeah, I bring that in all the time with the women. It starts now. I don't want to know what your exes and stuff like that. And if they ask me about my ex-girlfriends, I never talked about them. I usually say, when you'll be an ex-girlfriend, I won't talk about you either. I don't want to talk about them. I don't want to hear about their exes. I let them talk. I let them finish spewing because a lot of times they spew. So a lot of times I say when they're spewing really bad, I know it could be just an angry fuck, you know? When they're pissed off at him, they're going to fuck me to teach him a lesson. So I don't mind. I can tell. I picked up on that. I love that too. You know, you're pissed off at, she's pissed off at you and she's fucking me. I can live with that. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to?
A friend of mine who's going through a rough time.
Hope you're not counseling him. Is it a rough time for females?
No, this is something else.
Oh, okay.
I got a question for you.
If you're counseling him, he's in trouble.
Fair enough.
You know, I gotta tell you the way it is. Right between the eyes. You have to know that. Because if I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything with you. Because I still say, like I say, you missed that part. I think you missed that part. Well, I don't think you're a terrible guy. You're stupid, but you're not any stupider than the rest of us. Because you started thinking with your dick. But you have to know when to hold them and you have to know when to fold them. But I think what she did is apprehensible. It's like, fuck, if any guy would do, I don't think you could do that in your wildest dreams, treat somebody as badly as she treated you. but you don't recognize that she treated you badly because you're supposed to be punished. Now, if you want to see me, you have to give me homework and tell me what you think you have to be punished for.
I gotta tell you, that's a good exercise, dude.
Yeah.
What's that again?
I charge a lot of money to give that same advice.
What's the advice?
Yeah, hey,
It's fucking
good advice.
Say it again.
That's right on.
Say it again.
This is the best fucking psychotherapy you're ever gonna get. I'm not kidding. This is
I have to give you home.
You have to tell me what you're being punished for. Because you're punishing yourself for sure.
For not seducing her properly.
No. You know what? You better think on that. Really think. Ask him. He'll tell you. He charges a lot of money. You don't know the answer. You're just giving me bullshit. It's like when they tell you, I love her. Why? What about her do you love? I don't know. I just love her. I love those answers. Those are my best answers, you know? What about her?
Oh, that's good. That's fine. I have no problem with that.
You know, you got to know why. What he's doing. So you're married woman. Tell me about your married woman. She a good fuck?
Very much so.
Yeah? Where do you meet her?
Here.
She comes here? Delivers it? Like, fucking boom.
She brought me that.
Right there, they do it.
That wet spot you've been asking me about all night. Fuck!
We kiss in every room.
So, did you ask her to put her tongue on your asshole yet? Do that. Tell you, for Dave, you have to put your tongue on my asshole.
It's therapeutic. Trust me. This is doctor approved.
Okay? I'll tell you, yeah. You'd look at her completely different the rest of your life after she had her tongue up your ass.
Profound shit, man.
It's like Arnold and Arnold at the same time.
Finish telling why.
No, let him do it first. Let him do it first, okay? Let him do it first, for Christ's sake. You need to do it.
He'll do it. She'll be game.
Oh, I know. I think she's willing to do it. I have no question about that. The thing is, I don't know if I'm going to want to kiss her afterwards.
Listen, one step at a time. You see, you're thinking about what you're going to want to do. Listen, if it's before you come, you want to kiss her. Okay? You won't give her shit. Because when you're horny, your head stops thinking. You ever hear the story about the fish and God?
No.
Okay. Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden. The first time they fucked, God came down to Adam and said, how'd it go? He goes, it was fucking very good. I really got off on that. He goes, I want to ask Eve how it went. He goes, she went to the river to wash off. God goes, I'll never get the smell of those fish now. So, she sticks your tongue up your asshole. What's the big deal? Have you licked her pussy yet? You know what I used to tell them? That the space between my teeth is perfect to hold the clit. And if they say, oh, you're disgusting, you know what I'd say to them? That's what everybody says before.
David, if you're you're with a woman and you've gotten cuddly, you're on a couch, you've got candlelight, you're giving her a massage, you're kissing her neck, her cheek, you kiss her lips, and then she starts playing coy shit. So I would assume, yes, you could say that you haven't done enough to arouse her, all that, that's true. Do you actually...
No.
No? Would you ask her why? Would you say, okay, what's wrong? Why are we kissing?
I jump up and I go, I forgot to ask you for them before. Can I get them now?
And then she goes, what? No. Meaning what? That's what she asked, right?
The rules to how much we can get to today before we have to break it for another date. If you have these rules, I'd like to know before.
Damn good. That's good. That's good
I
shit.
always say that. You've heard me say that before.
That's good shit. That's good
Because when I tell him I don't like to play games and I don't have any set rules, and what he said down there, what I said, I want to start fresh from this day forward, right? Are you sleeping?
I'm here.
You understand? Everything brings it into, I've already said that to her.
That's really good. You say, okay, oh, I forgot to ask you for a copy of the list of them. She goes, what? List of the rules, right?
You're not feeling good? You know, it doesn't feel good with me, then we stop. I'll take you home, I'm a gentleman. But I don't think I'll see you again. Obviously, I don't turn you on. I confront them.
Okay.
What do? You pretend that she's got control again?
I fucked up there many, many, many times. Because, like you said, which is so true, we're raised by our fucking mothers. Sorry, you know, but I mean, it's true. Mother's voice says, no, she says, no, don't push the
You can blame me all you want because you ate apples last week, but it's you that's eating the apples.
It's true, I agree. But that's why
your mothers have nothing to do with it anymore. You're out of there. Does your mother suck your dick? No. Now you gotta find somebody else to suck your dick. Stop blaming your mother. No. He'll tell you. He's the shrink. You're bringing your mother into what? What's she got to do with it? It's not her fault. You're looking for somebody's... Why?
Fine.
Why?
She's a woman.
Why?
You're making me...
Hey, bitch! I'm here for get my dick sucked.
You never ask a woman for advice about women. That's true. That's absolutely true. Never ask your mother. I made that mistake when I was a kid.
You don't ask them anything. You tell them.
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't ask women for advice.
No, you don't ask them anything. There's nothing you want to know. What do you want to know from them? Well, let's discuss how you're going to suck on my dick. Are you going to hold it hard at the top, or are you going to hold it deep at the base? Are you going to grab it with two hands and spit open the hole and blow down it? The fuck you? What do you want to know about with them? Hey, start sucking my dick and I'll tell you when it feels good.
Okay, David, you don't talk to women like that. You don't talk to women like that.
I don't.
You make it sound like...
No, I'm saying you're going in for the discussion first. I told you, find out about them.
That's it. Well, then you're asking them questions, so you're contradicting yourself.
I've asked them all kinds of questions.
That's it. So don't go telling us. Don't ask them anything. We have to ask them something.
I'm not asking where to go.
Who cares?
I'm asking them to give me information about them.
Yeah, that's fine. All right.
Ammunition for me.
Yeah, that's good.
To be able how to control them. Because you see, look, what do they say to you? I don't want a guy who lies. I don't want a guy who plays games. And the fucking second your back is turned, as soon as you heard that, you get nervous and you're thinking only about yourself. And they start with all the fucking games.
That's true.
They have all the rules right away, but I like a spontaneous guy. Okay, let's come over to my apartment right now and fuck. Oh, it's just, I have to make plans.
Now it's starting.
I have to make plans.
Yeah. Now it's starting. So that's a trap right there. That's
I go, you know what? Do you go with your intuition? Men call it gut feeling, women call it intuition. You go with your intuition?
Yeah, that's good.
When you go with your intuition, it works out? What's your intuition on me? I tell them. I call it my gut feeling. I'm getting a good gut feeling about you, but don't let that influence you. What does you feel about me? Do you feel good? Because if you don't, we have to stop right now. And if they say, no, I don't feel good about you, goodbye. I leave them.
You absolutely could.
You have a good feeling about me?
She says yes.
Are you spontaneous? All these other questions.
Yes,
and you have control. It's over. It's not that you have to think what she's going to say or what she's going to do. She's going to lie to you in everything she does. She says she wants an honest guy and she doesn't lie. And all they do is lie. That's what it is. You're thinking you're lying to her, but she's not lying to you. Look at this fraud. What is she lied to the guy for 2 years. Isn't she a liar, pants on fucking fire? 2 years she goes on. What is she? She didn't say to the guy, maybe you will fuck me? How about if she would have sat down with the guy and said, listen, I don't care if we go out for 2 years, you're never gonna fuck me. If you met a broad like that and she said that to you up front, would you go out with her?
No.
Thank you. I want you to take me to 2 shows and you're never gonna fuck me.
Actually, David, I fucked a chick that told me that. Because back in those days, I was actually instinctive and I just went for it anyways. And she said, "Oh, why did you believe me when I first said that? I didn't really mean that." And that's when I started to understand that women say shit, but they'll still fuck you. So I'm not exactly sure. I think I know what you're getting at, but I'm sure you've banged women that have given you that, no, I just want to be friends. And you broke through that.
Of course.
Okay.
They all want to do that.
Exactly. So you got to be careful when you say that, because that we would actually be cutting ourselves off from a lot of chicks that we could fuck because they put out that shit easily.
But you're not ready for them.
For those kind of chicks?
No, you're not ready for them yet. Because you're going to be thinking of what they're thinking about. So you go with the ones who right away want to fuck you. Start easy. You want to go to advanced stuff. That's what I'm telling you. You're not hearing yourself.
I have a problem fucking chicks that are ugly. That's the problem.
Put a bag over their head. You know what a two-bagger is?
I did it a year ago.
You know what a two-bagger is?
I wasn't attracted.
What? You know what a two-bagger is?
I know. You put one over her head, one over your head.
What's a plastic bagger?
I don't know that
You
one.
put a plastic bag over her head and hope she dies before you finish fighting.
Oh, God. No, but you know what? I'm actually starting to make sense of something you've talked
I'm
about.
going to tell you something. What is an ugly chick to you? If she has a dynamite body and her face isn't the greatest, what's wrong with getting your dick sucked? You really don't look at her face too much when she's down there. When you got her pussy in your... So you're only fucking the face. It's not the face you fuck. It's the fuck you face. Has to do it. You know what? You gotta fuck all chicks. If it's only good-looking ones, well, you're gonna have a lot of.
And I'm not talking about tens. I'm talking about
You know what? I gotta tell you something. There's a lot of chicks that you think are dynamite. You take them home, they wash off the makeup, and you get scared. But no, that happens a lot. The male is a prettier the species. He's a better looking. I guarantee there's not one guy here except for Clifford who's not wearing makeup. Was that smooth?
Well, that's really good then.
Right? There's no guy wearing makeup. You don't got guys wearing makeup. How much have you spent at your Clinique counter lately? Shut up, okay? Shut up. You took off the toenail polish for tonight? The fuck? Polishing your toenails. Now that's a lot. That's, for me, is like, why? You know? Oh, you're gonna be out naked showing it to guys. You want even your toenail. The fucking person who polishes their fucking toenail, you're trying to relate to like she's your friend. What do you think she's polishing her toenails for? She wants you to fuck her. You're worried about all kinds of other kind of politics. All she wants is
what you're getting into. I'm starting to make sense of something you've talked about when you say you set traps. It was too vague. Now I'm getting it. Because, for example, when you say she's giving you the, oh, no, that's great. I didn't know that. Now that I do, I'll be able to do it. I'll be able to overcome the old programming because I'll be able to just get up and say, oh, I'm sorry, I need to have a list of them. And then she'll go, because you fry her circuits. That's great. That's a trap.
I'll fry her circuits.
Well, when
she's making statements where she's redundant if she says she doesn't have plans. She's spontaneous. What she's saying comes out with lies. So you're lying to me. So then you really don't believe in honesty, trust, and respect.
That's great.
You understand? So right away, you say to her, look, obviously I'm a nicer person than you, and if you can't handle an honest relationship, you should have told me that. Right away, what else can she say to you? She's capitulated. If she wants to talk to you again, she has to capitulate. Right? You put her right in her place. She's the first one to start lying to you.
Now I understand why the honesty, trust, and respect works. I didn't get it before. Because you
could have had a V8.
I could have had a V8. No, okay. So what you do, of course, you get them. You answer. They have to answer.
Is there a drink in this house? What's in there? Is there any
beer? Want a Coke?
Give me a beer. Is there Diet Coke in there?
No, regular.
Give me a beer.
Let me see if I can summarize, because I've used it badly. Now with what you've given me, I think I can get it. The point of getting the honesty, trust, and respect is that
can I tell you
you're telling them that those are the most important values.
You should call me because we have to work on prophecy. That's not your problem. No, it's not. That's not your big problem. Because once you get your big problem taken out of the way, you won't have a problem.
I'll call you. Yeah.
Okay, because that's not your problem. I'm telling you right now. Like what his problem is not the same as your problem.
Two different problems.
Yeah, well, thank God. If you were like him, I'd have to slap you.
I can get that. That's cool.
You couldn't be like you and like him together. I mean, it's like terrible. Thank you, sir. Each one of you has different problems. But you gotta go after your problem one at a time. You gotta lick that. Then you can lick the pussy. Simple as that.
That's cool.
You're afraid of something that isn't there.
That's true.
You have fears and you haven't confronted them. Like, that's what I try to bring out with you because I see it. See, it's easy for me to see it, and I don't look at myself as like I'm better than you guys. That's why I got into this. I don't think I'm like, I think that you guys can do it as easily as I do it. Maybe some of you guys even better. And I figure, when I met you, I said to myself, I came up to your place, saw the piano there, and said that I bought a piano to have in my apartment. I decorated with a piano. Why? Because I knew that Bron's guy with a piano, they don't think he's a pervert. They think he's like cultured, you know? So I got a piano. I come up there, they go, oh, you have a piano, yeah? She go, why'd you get the piano? I said, because I thought Bronze would think I'm not a pervert. The same story I tell you. Oh, come on. They don't believe the story. They know. You play the piano and go, well, I had this bad accident. I asked the doctor if I'll ever play again. He said no. So, you know, I come up with jokes like that. And these broads are like, they see the piano and they're in bed after. Yeah. So I thought, this guy, he's a penis. If I was like him with those...
You'd be getting laid all the time.
But you wouldn't play for them.
I wouldn't know me if I were you, because I'd have no time to meet me. What's that?
You don't play, you only pay for them after.
Yes. Well, fuck, I wouldn't play for them.
Their sex by playing for them.
No. That's true. Hey, the thing is that the
they said to me, play for me
50% of the time.
If they say to me,
if I do, listen.
If they say play for me, I'd say, I only play at concerts. You know how much it really is every time I've calculated, every time I play, for what I get paid at concerts, it's like $1,000 an hour. Okay? And so if you're a $1,000 an hour hooker, I play for you. Otherwise, you have to suck my dick before. That's what I tell them.
You actually go that crude, like on the first date?
Yeah.
Okay.
What's she gonna say? The one that says yes, you're going to have a fantastic relationship. You know, what's this? Oh, come on, it's just a joke. So, no, I don't play for girls unless I really like them. They do something for me, and that's the way you should. If I walk in your house and say, go fucking play a thing, no, I don't want to play for you. I wouldn't be upset. But Brod's going to come over, you're going to take her out to dinner, you're going to bring her home, you're going to play for her, and then she's going to go, oh, good night. Fuck you, suck my dick. He'll play for you. You know?
It works both ways. Sometimes, I mean, I actually don't play for them.
I don't ever bring in what I do for a living with the broad.
Yeah.
I used to come up. I had the best line. Okay, when I was out fucking like one after the other, I'd go downtown to the East End and I'd go to the French bars and stuff like that. And the broads would ask me. I used to smoke Marlboro because it was so much easier. This is ridiculous how stupid it is. If I'm an English Quebecer, okay, and I have a pack of Expert A and I speak English, they won't talk to me. If I have a pack of Marlboro, I speak English, right away they think I'm American. Yeah. They'll talk to me in English. Okay. So I always went down with my Marlboro. I smoke Marlboro all the time. And I go down there and I start talking to them. And before you know it, I'm taking them home, bringing them back and fucking them. They asked me what I did for a living. I had to think, why do they want to know? They want to know how much money I have. So I thought of the most stupidest fucking profession. I thought it took weeks for me to think of this.
Disposable lighter.
And I told them, I have a shop on St. Catherine. I repair disposable cigarette lighters. So you'd be surprised when I go, I just threw on a lighter yesterday.
And I say, what? I just threw one of mine yesterday.
Okay. And some would go, come on, what do you really do? Those are, half a brain. You'd be surprised how many believe, where's the shop? I used to, between the Bay and Eaton's, right there you'll find it.
Yeah, that's great.
Okay, but there's no more Eaton's, so it's like hard. I have to Eaton Center. But that's what I used to do. It was too fucking easy. You have to guard yourself on. And here, look what I did on the phone lines. They're calling me back on a phone number that is only a box. There's no way I can pick up the phone. They left me how many messages? I gotta.
Well, his message.
You have a speakerphone here?
His message says it's not possible for me to take your call. So he called me at work and he started playing them for me, and the girls are like, "It's never possible to reach you." And then another one's like, "Hey, I hope everything's okay."
Their cell phone number,
like tons of things, like playing for like a music video.
They're local. Asking, okay?
Crazy.
Dave.
And then they're like, "We know you're going through a tough time, but if ever you need to meet up and
Why
stuff."
would you be going through a tough time? You let them believe that you're...
No, I told them right now I'm going to be busy for a while because my dad in the hospital.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, it's okay.
They want to know who's in the hospital. They only know that I'm going through a tough time. A family member's in the hospital.
They told him you're so strong, shouldering all this together by yourself and stuff. You know?
Okay.
And he's like, skip. Skip.
It's like
I'm trying to get this. I'm trying to get more of this now.
It's a joke. It's too easy. Yeah. So I don't find it like hard or. I use him as an example all the time. Did I tell you that?
I'm listening to the David D CD, and then I hear David saying about there's a guy who dated a girl, and I'm like, fuck the story again.
Because it says, you know what,
this is a common fucking problem.
No, you still, okay, not these guys here. I'm not sure about each one individually, but you still, that hasn't really sunk in how bad she was. And I'm telling you, I don't care what anybody tells me here, he still doesn't understand as much as you guys do how bad she was. Do you understand? That's why he's going to have a tough time to get over it. When he realizes what she was, you got to go through what are those stages, the 7 stages, or
grief.
Grief.
He's got to go to anger. He hasn't hit anger ever.
He's still in denial.
He's been through anger.
Has he?
Oh yeah.
I think not about my ex-fiance, yes, not about Marie.
Ex-fiance? How could you call her even your ex-fiance? Were you trying to impress me? You just went down a step.
Which one was the ex?
How could you ex-fiance? You ever fucked her?
No, he's talking about another chick.
It's another girl.
It's another one! Did you fuck her?
Yeah, we were together for 3 years.
Okay.
That was
I apologize.
Yeah. The anger is with the ex-fiance, but not okay. So you're not at the same stage with these 2 chicks.
No.
I get it.
Marie was nothing in that sense.
But you know, I gotta say, David said something very good. If you're not getting angry, it's because you think you deserve to be treated this way, and that's a killer. And I think that's our problem.
Yeah.
That we're not angry enough?
No, you're punishing yourself.
Yeah, you have to
because
react.
this is the thing.
I agree.
When somebody gives you attitude, you're like, oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm an idiot. I deserve to be treated this way. And so then we back down rather than say, who the fuck do you think you are to talk to me?
Either attitude
Change
or playing coy or shit. Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
And we accept it because all of us deep down believe that we deserve to be treated like this.
Or
Start giving them rules. No, you see, you're doing it again.
Hey,
you're looking.
What am I doing?
You're looking for a reason why you're like this.
Well, there are reasons.
No, you're trying to blame somebody up.
No, I'm sorry. No. I'm sorry. This is a David D'Angelo thing, and he's got a fucking point. You look at most fucking movies. What are they trying to think? They like The Graduate. All those great classics. It's the same thing. The guy pursues the woman. He gives her flowers before he has sex with her. All the things that I used to do. It's not just the mother. Mother is part of it, but it's everywhere in society.
I went to
Valentine's Day.
I went to a wedding about 3-4 weeks ago. What color is a bride's dress?
White.
What color is a groom's suit?
Black. Black is a color of what?
White, black.
Exactly.
White, black. Okay, fill this in. Girls are made of sugar and spice.
Absolutely. The boys are made of nothing nice. I can't remember. Absolutely, you're right. That's my point.
But
that's why we feel
point
guilty.
is it's over.
It's over. That way. I agree with that.
I still don't think that's why you're feeling guilty.
All those things you just said, they're part of it.
I gave Steph a good line one time. He doesn't know how to approach this really good-looking girl. And I said, right away, I said to him, go up there and tell her, I deserve to have a girl as good-looking as you.
That's a great line.
And he picked her up. But that's what you have to believe.
That's very true.
You think it's a great line. I believe it.
You want to know something? On exactly that. I know I have problems with feeling I deserve something because I don't feel I deserve a quality relationship.
You know, do me a favor. Go into the bathroom. Repeat that while you're looking in the mirror. I'm serious. I'm serious. Because I don't have to know it. You ain't going to convince me. I know what his problem is.
But we all have the same problem.
Yeah. Exactly.
We just don't even know it. We have it to different degrees.
Different degrees.
For different reasons.
He came to my office the other day and I started to purge him of his problem. He also started.
An exorcism.
Yeah, but that's all you need. Listen, if that's what you need, that's the easiest, cheapest fix there is. You have to confront it. You got the capability because each one of you in your business and your jobs are very capable, very accomplished, and you do it. If you relate to the same thing as in your business, you do it better than well. You're not. None of you are indigent or degenerates, except for you, Max.
This is good.
You understand? It's a punishment. Listen, I'll make it easier for you. You give me $1 an hour, okay? I'll come over and kick your butt for an hour solid. That's all I want is $1. I'll enjoy it.
I do a better job kicking my own ass than you.
No, I know that, but you see, I will go home after an hour. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You understand? I know you do a better job than me, but I'll go home after an hour. I'll give you a break. You're always here. Do you understand that part?
It was the very day that you were.
You like that what?
Like we're gonna give you an honorary doctorate.
No, you were
a real fucking skeptic the first time you met me.
You're a nutcase. Of course I'm a skeptic. But you're insightful nutcase.
Guys,
but you see, I believe I'm a nutcase.
David, I got just a quick mention. It's getting close to 11, so I'm going to ask, don't mind if you guys talk, just no raising voices for the landlords downstairs, please.
I'll try my best.
Thank you.
If I start to raise my voice, I do it non-consciously.
I understand that.
Is it a chick downstairs?
No, it's a young couple with 2 small kids.
So can't send them down to move things over.
But listen, this is interesting because you were the subject of a long thread on this thing called the lounge. Your way of talking about relationships, your 3 values versus other guys. And it was very
Hold on, I'm going to stop you right now, okay? Now, like I do with my kids, take a deep breath. Mm-hmm. No. I didn't say, I said take a deep breath. No, like this. I'm going to show you how I want you to do it. Take a real deep breath, like, because you need some oxygen in your head. I want you to do a little thinking. Do it again. Now I'm going to explain to you something. I don't have a system like these guys. Okay? I'm telling you that you should do it as easily as me. These guys' system, I've looked at every single one. And I don't want to talk bad about other people, but they're all shit. Okay? They're all shit. All these guys come and ask me questions.
But there's a thing here. Yours is a core level change.
No, hold on a second. Let me just tell you the way I feel about you guys. If their system was like something I would try, let's say, wanting to get broads that I couldn't achieve, I might even look at it. I saw David D'Angelo. He does it on the internet. He's in New York City. I go out in New York City at 12 o'clock with this doctor who I graduated, and I pick up a broad. She invites me and him to a film show, and she's going to a film release, and she's got a whole party there, and all actresses, and she's going to fix her friend up with him. Okay. Mm-hmm. I go out in the afternoon. He goes back up to his room and works on the computer to meet people on the internet in New York City. Something there says to me something's wrong. He's in New York City. I went out for coffee in the afternoon. I picked up a broad. Okay. No, let me finish. The other guy, Ross, comes to Montreal, has lunch with us, takes notes all the time he's at lunch with us, and buys me lunch because he's so impressed on meeting me. Goes back to his hotel room to rest because tomorrow he's got a big day. He's here in Montreal. This is the broad capital of the world, man. These broads are French Canadian girls. You know what they put behind their ears to attract men? Their legs. They're fucking the best. And I'm getting, so these are two guys. Then Major Mark comes in with his wife. That says it all. I wouldn't fuck her with your dick. That turns him on. That's what he wants to catch. You gotta look at least what he wants to catch. Listen, he might not like catfish. You might want to go hunting for shark. You ain't gonna go after a guy who catches sardines.
My point was that I'm actually starting to.
No, the point is this.
The way
You see, what you're doing is you're looking at these guys' projected systems. Mm-hmm. One guy, I think, is an excellent teacher. He puts out his beautiful. If it'd be a curriculum in university, he'd be a professor. But it's like like when you graduated, you know the way the professors talk when you get out to the real life. It's not the same thing. From real life. You're talking to people. You can't write crib notes on what you gotta say to her first time. Watch the watch, watch the watch. I'm gonna fuck you, watch the watch. But here, I'm gonna perform for you. Nothing happens. I see they talk to you. Yeah. They like to go to watch you perform. But nothing's happening. I don't see the big, Clifford one time came over to my apartment. He's having a fucking orgy. We gave him a broad. We sent him downstairs to fuck her in the sauna. We all went downstairs and watched her fuck her in the sauna. We turned the sauna on. Right? As he's fucking her, it's starting to drip. And he looks like, and we're all watching from outside. And when he fucking comes, we all start clapping. That's a party. You come over to my house and I go, there's 6 broads here going to suck your dick. We're having a party. That's a party. That's a good date. What do you think? Yeah, you tell me 4 broads go back to an apartment with 2 guys and 1 guy's there and they leave. The TV didn't work, so they left. Something's not working for me. I can't understand it. I don't understand. The car ran out of gas, but it was at the top of the hill. You couldn't get to the bottom of the hill. Couldn't figure out, take off the brake. What the fuck's wrong with you? Something's wrong. It doesn't make sense to me. And the guys that I used to hang around with, it didn't make sense to any of them. I remember dates we picked up 2 broads in a fucking bar. They were friends. Brought them back to my apartment. I'm fucking one in the bedroom. He's fucking the other one in the living room. I walk out. I'm going. He says, "What are you doing?" I go, "He's getting a drink and she wants me to wash my dick before I put it in her mouth because I was in her ass." So he says to me, "Hey, let's switch rooms." It's like, great. I go, fuck the other one for a while. We go back to this. She says, "Did you wash it?" I go, "Yeah." In her mouth. That's a party. Then we bring him into the same room. We're fucking him together because when we told them what we did, they started, and we started daring him to touch the other one's foot. That's what we did. We had fucking great times. And I don't think that I had any better times than you guys should be having. You know what the fucking thing that really got me mad? First, when Clifford started to talk to me, I thought the fucking guys all looked like that one guy in New York that was making everybody crazy.
Steven.
No, that little guy that I told off to with D'Angelo's.
The Chinese guy.
That's it, the Vietnamese guy.
Yeah, the real fucking big mouth pin. I said, you're never gonna get laid. Just kill yourself. I told him. Okay, he's like, the guy's too much, But he pisses everybody off. It's not just me.
Drove everybody crazy.
So I don't understand what's going on. I mean, it's too easy. You don't have to be a special pickup artist. The broads want guys, and they want guys like you guys. There's not one guy here that's not good looking enough, and you're changing yourself. I didn't think you looked bad the last time. And broads, the first broad will tell you. We went out to dinner. Who was that with us? You weren't there, right? We went out for dinner with the guy from New York. We met you after. Who else was there? With the Australian. Who was?
Another guy.
The other guy from Australia.
Toe cutter?
Yeah, one guy from Australia. It was just the 3 of us then, eh?
Yeah. Was it toe cutter?
But we met you after, right?
That's it.
Yeah. You remember? We told you, had the waitress eating out of my hand. The fucking waitresses were booming there. She's 23 years old. I'm an old man already to her. She was all over me. She couldn't do enough for me. And I said to her, do you believe about the 20% to the 80%? She goes, I've heard that, but I find it hard to believe. So I looked at these two guys who were sitting there and I go, you two guys should take her out. She gets all red, giggly. She didn't get insulted. She didn't spit in my food. It's not hard to do. When I walked in, the maitre d' served us. I says, fuck, Clifford, she's gorgeous. She was beautiful. I said to Clifford, if my wife, he says, what would you do if your wife was here? I told my wife I have to fuck her here on the table, get out of the way. She's that fucking beautiful. You gotta do it.
It's funny, so that's exactly what my father used to do. Eat him out of palm of his hand.
So you're supposed to eat the dick.
Oh, believe me, they did that too.
They want to suck.
He was exactly like you. He'd walk into a bar and he'd say, hey, come on. The elbow thing that you do. Pick him up by the arm and just take him on the dance floor or do whatever. He was unstoppable. He's still like that.
There's nothing, you know what, it's easy. Yeah. There's not a guy I've met, you know what, if I would have met one guy that's hideous looking, like I thought they looked worse than, what's your friend's name, the guy that's the real imbecile there, he's not in the Lair group, is he?
What are you talking?
The one who's in Chamonix there?
Oh, Max.
Yeah. Do they know him?
No, but Max has gotten laid more than probably anybody in this room.
Yeah, he's ugly. I mean, you look at him and you go, whoa.
The guy who does roadkill.
No, that's another guy.
He's not ugly. But you know what? He's not any better looking than anybody in this room. Okay? But he fucks stuff that you don't think is stuff. Is that saying all? You know? Like, no, you don't even talk about roadkill.
I want to get back to what I was saying because I want to stay on track. I'm finally starting to get the whole thing about control, which is where you're very different from the others, and I like that. That's my point.
But I'm trying to tell you again. My point is this. You're comparing me to the others. It doesn't work. If you're comparing me, I'd say choose one of the other ones and go with it. Because you're not going to listen to me. I'm a natural. I do it naturally. The other people have contrived ways to pick up women. I don't believe they work. As finding it so easily, I particularly don't believe it'll work. Because if you gave me that book, I'd laugh. And I'd be laughing while I was sucking on my dick. Okay? But what I'm trying to tell you is, if that's your problem, you cannot, you can't drive a Chevy and go to a Ford mechanic to get it fixed. You know?
Yeah, I agree.
You can't drive a Cadillac and bring it to a Mercedes dealer and fix my car.
That's why I'm trying to understand this.
You have to choose the way you want to go, which you feel more comfortable with. That's what I'm saying.
I'm starting to get more comfortable with what you're saying, but I keep trying to ask you questions.
You're not going to suck my dick no matter what you say. I'm just telling that now, okay? And I'm not going to change my mind later on.
All right? Honesty, trust, respect. Now, I'm finally, only today...
It's only a weapon. Yeah. I try to tell you, you've heard me talk about weapons and ammunition. You have a weapon. Honesty, trust, respect your gun. You load it with...
Now, you'll disagree with whatever they put out if it's not those three. And I get that now, because that's how you set the trap for later. What you're saying, when you do the rules thing, which is brilliant now, but it works because you've set it up with the honesty, trust, and respect, correct? Because if you've got them to agree to your values, because you usually, I remember you said this is how you do it. You ask them, and then they come up with, comfort. Nope, sorry. And then you say, and then they'll say trust. And you say, okay, you got 1 out of 3.
Yeah, and if they hit it right on, I'll give them the 3.
Good, that's fine.
And I'll emphasize how impressed I am that they got the 3. And then I will say to them, because they got the 3, I'll forgive less with you because you know what the real values are. Do you understand what I mean? So I give them less of a chance. As soon as they fucking lie once, I slam them with that as a bigger baseball bat in the face.
Because then...
The other ones, I'll tell them I have to teach you because you really don't know what the real values are. So I forgive you this time.
Okay.
If you find any merit in them.
I'm getting it now. So let me go on. Let's say that later on she gives you the interrupt. She's quiet. Then if I'm getting your whole thing, you would do that. I don't have the list. And then she goes, well, list of rules. And then she goes, oh well, I don't do this on the first date. So then following your plan, I would go, well, wait a second, you said that honesty, trust, and respect are the most important. So what, you feel you don't trust me? And then she would say, well, if she says yes, then she's stuck. She's just, from what I'm trying to get.
You see, you have to also qualify that. You have to also qualify that.
Good, that's what I need.
You have to qualify. When you go honesty, trust, and respect, this is the first thing you get is honesty. Trust and respect come later on.
Okay.
If you feel that she doesn't trust you, it's not trust that she's not doing it. So you're having a problem with defining where it is. She's lying to you. That's called honesty.
Okay. Oh, good.
You understand? The first thing, the only thing you demand is honesty, or you don't want to deal with the person.
All right.
You can't demand respect and trust. They don't have to trust you right away. You have to earn the other two.
Okay.
Right? There's only two kinds of respect: fear and admiration.
I'll take what I can get.
I always tell them to take what I can get. But the first thing you give them is honesty, and that's what you demand back. So then as soon as they tell you stuff like that, they're lying to you.
So then you point it out. You say, you're not following my value, or...
Hey, don't you hate when they make you feel stupid? You said something that you were wrong about, and they throw it right back in your face. Don't you hate that?
Yep.
Isn't that really terrible?
Yep.
Have you ever done it to them?
Nope. And that's what I want to do now.
Ask me if I have.
That, of course, but that's what I want to know exactly.
It's
Because I'm starting to see it now. I did it before.
I'm telling you to do what they're doing.
Yeah. You're right, because they said that, oh no, honesty is very important to them. And yet...
A lot of them come up with communication. And it's a key. If they come up with communication, means their last boyfriend didn't listen to them, and she was a nag like crazy. That's what happens if they use the word. You have to be able to communicate. So then you already have her number. Communication only means that she's a nag. Believe it or not. See, it's like I cut to the chase right away. I got stuff like that. That comes only with experience. Now you also have to
tell her this, right?
Yeah.
No, I tell her. I tell her fine, and I communicate with her because I tell her everything. See, I don't hold back. See, the guys would hold back, like you guys would wait to explosion points. They nag you, drive you crazy up the shit, then you have to fucking. They don't get that with me. Have them down all the time. They don't have a chance to get up, get ahead of me.
I get back.
They're all lying. They're always lying. Listen, which girl has said to you, I don't like game playing? You've heard it all the time.
Yep.
I refuse to believe anyone hasn't heard it.
No, I heard it.
And who's the first one? As soon as you hear that, she's really saying to you, and the games begin.
Exactly. I totally agree.
Right? So how do you stop that? I've heard so many women say that to me, but I know they're all lying to me. How's that? Well, you think it comes from exactly what I believe? Do I have a tough time remembering that? No. I don't have a tough time remembering that. Because that's what I find out.
Absolutely.
I dare them. And I tell her, and she goes, not me. And she's already on the defensive. And I go with all my, I give every woman enough rope to hang herself. And from that point on, it's over for her. She has to lie to me. Because that's what woman is. Mm-hmm. A woman is to take a situation, you all come with this, where they're totally wrong, and then by the next thing you know, you're feeling guilty. Huh? They turn it all around. It's you.
Always.
And then you it's my fault, it's my fault, it's my fault. You feel guilty. That's the upbringing you have to come up. You have to bring over. But when you catch her in all these lies and you put it up to their face, sometimes I try to remember them and I go, let's see. You've lied to me twice, and I've lied to you never. Okay.
That's good.
I always have control. If you can't control them, I mean, obviously you guys are not children. And you obviously feel in your hearts that none of these women can control your life the way you want it controlled. You want to live your own lives. So you're not ready to be controlled or being possessed. So you've decided. Very little else. You've decided, but that you've decided. But you forget to mention it to the woman. If you want a guy you can control, you're not going to get that in me. You have to tell her what you want. That's what I say. You have to know what you want in a relationship. I had a girl once tell me, it was one of my best relationships ever. She told me, listen, I want a guy, when I need sex or he needs sex, he calls me up, we get together, we don't fuck anybody else, so it's safe and clean. This was just when the AIDS thing came up. I said, gee, I like that a lot. So I said, but what happens when I meet somebody else and I need to fuck really badly? So she says to me, then you have to wear a condom, or you have to tell me the next time I come over. So I said, okay. So we started like that, and it was going fabulous. I told her I had another girlfriend that I was seeing also. It was going fabulous, and then all of a sudden, a few years down the road, she wants to change the rules.
Yeah. Oh, that's fine.
I go, there's a problem with that. You read me the riot act, and I agreed to everything, all your terms. But I'm not ready to change them at all. So if the terms have to change, we have to break the contract. And I broke the contract rather than change it. Because then she would have total manipulation and control.
Okay, I get it.
So you have to know when to fold. You have to know.
Cut your losses.
You take your... Exactly. Because that relationship for the 3 or 4 years I had it was fabulous.
It's really interesting because if you would have agreed to change the contract, you might have gotten a short-term gain, but then it fucks you up. For the next relationship, you're willing to bend a little more.
Exactly. Yes.
And then that's the willow in the wind now.
Exactly. You have to. It's like I told him. You finish with them, it's over. You're nothing you're going to get from them. It's not going to start over again. You finished. Just go next.
So you're not losing anything because you're saying, I'm doing this to affirm to myself.
It's dignity.
This is
Exactly.
This is what I'm about. That's good.
And I bumped into her twice since that time, always with the highest respect. And I was with other women at the time. It was never like, bad things. It was all like, hi, how are you? Like, get a little in her voice that she's sorry, like she broke up with me. But that was it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
If they lied to me 3 times, I said, it's over. I'd only want to fuck you if I was horny. Goodbye. The rope I gave you, you just hung yourself. That's it. I got rules. Only, there has to be an exception to make the rule. Ended up marrying her. First broad that I fucked after 3 dates. The first one, I broke my rule.
More than 3 days sexually.
Well, I told her on the 3rd day, I'm not seeing you anymore. She goes, she didn't think so. She didn't come back, and she chased after me for weeks. She had to wait outside my place.
David, what you say about the rules just clicked with me so powerfully because in every other aspect of my life, my professional life, with friends, I know in my mind, in my heart, I have rules that I follow, that if they get broken, I'm out of there. But it never occurred to me in a relationship with a chick. You've got to be just as determined with the rules. Or
Tougher.
That's just, she's just going to fuck you around. She's just going to lead you around.
Exactly.
And we're all conditioned that somehow making rules is wrong or bad. It's like... It's the only sensible thing to do.
Why did I choose 3? I choose baseball rules because I like baseball out of all the sports. 3 strikes, 4 balls. I like it. I can sort of manipulate the baseball rules to my liking exactly for my lifestyle. That's why I use baseball. You can choose anything you want. You go football rules, soccer rules. All these sports have rules so that you have a chance to win the game.
But you see, it's so right because, like, I see the light bulbs going off. You do the light bulbs. Yeah. Because you're saying the same fucking thing.
What's flashing going on in here?
You're saying the same fucking thing, but we get it. We get it now. You've always said, who cares what they think?
Yeah, because I say
you're the most important person in the relationship.
Yeah, I say
I always got the second rule.
We don't believe it. So we're not.
No, you don't exactly. You can't believe it if you're punishing yourself.
That's true.
Okay? And you can't believe it if you're worried about what she's going to think.
Because you gotta believe that you're not in this relationship.
You know what? Look at my position here. Every time I come to a Lair meeting, I'm always going, rule number one. Remember the last time?
Yep.
Rule number one. Every guy says, give me a question that isn't rule number one. You were here. I don't have to tell you guys. You don't understand. What don't you fucking understand?
Because we're not hearing what you're saying.
Exactly. I'm not telling you to be like me. It has nothing to do with me. It has to do with you. You're going to go with Ross's rules. I saw that. You got to write crib notes on your arm. Yeah, you're going to remember that the next time. You got to go 25 of the seminars to get fucked. And is it real? Or is he just making up a good thing for guys who know nothing? That's the kind of guy. If I was critiquing movies and I was Spielberg, okay, you really take his opinion. He'd be the best guy to critique the other movies. These fucking geniuses. No, you don't take the fucking guy who doesn't know how to make a movie. Never. Here. Who's critiquing these movies? These guys are making movies that don't exist. If you look at what they're saying on paper, it's a joke. It's selling you a propaganda program that can't work. Not that it doesn't work or sometimes it works. It's actually no good, because the trouble is, I think it works better on unintelligent people. All the intelligent people, I find, get mixed up like you guys. You don't know which one to go to. Which one is the best? Because you think you're over. I keep telling everybody, choose one. Nobody buys a Bowflex and buys another fucking this one and that one and that one. Have 12 gyms in their house. You buy one. Go with it. Maybe it works. Take one diet program. If he changes diet program every week, for sure it wouldn't work. And you guys are doing the same thing. Forget the shit that doesn't work. Go next. Stop bringing back stuff that's not. It ain't working. These guys are there selling you tapes. I want to graduate guys. And the guys that I've counseled, I'm batting 1,000. He came in with a fucking chip on his shoulder like I'm a nutcase. You know the first time you met me too. And now you all agree with me. Why? Because it's me trying to hammer into your fucking heads that I'm not telling you anything you shouldn't know. Compare yourself to the animal community. I always tell everybody I'd be like a lion. Let the broads fucking get me the food, take care of the babies, and I sit and lick my balls all day long. The fuck better life than this, that, you know? Look at all the animals. They're all worth the same. We're no different.
It's true. The reason why we're hearing it and clicking at different times is because each person, I know this, I've been teaching piano for 25 years. Each person learns a different way. One of the things that made me click today, when you get into, you don't realize.
Don't say no, stop. We're going to stop you again. I don't want to hear this. No offense.
I'm trying to get you in a certain direction. I can understand.
But you see, just a second. The direction you try to get me to,
you think is a bad one for me.
I don't think you're right. And I'm going to tell you right now, stop trying to justify. You know, you tell me if it clicked. Show me. Don't tell me. Show me. It's easy. What are you going to tell me for? You think I'm going to believe you? I'm not going to believe you any more tomorrow than I believed you yesterday. You have to show me.
How am I going to show you?
Scroll my finger.
That's right. He got it.
David,
Very good.
Wait. I'm trying to get something across. I get it when you start doing role playing. You do this occasionally. You'll say, well, this is what I do. This is what I say. This works for me. This is how I learned to play fucking piano. There are naturals, which I'm not. I learned to play piano by asking my teacher to explain why his hands move that way.
Okay, I want to just show you something. Okay.
You started doing it when you answered my question.
Which part of the piano, you know a lot about piano, right? Okay, you learned how to play piano. Now I'm going to ask you one question. You're going to have to answer me quickly. Now it'll take a long time, because you should know this. Which part of the piano looks like this? Which part of the piano looks like this? No, answer it. Answer the question. Just that question. No, yeah. Which part of the piano looks like this?
If you look at it from the...
Which part of the piano looks like this?
I have no fucking clue.
Thank you. So we're not talking about the same things.
He's telling you that this is how he learns.
Yeah, but you see, he didn't learn. He's 25 years and he's still not got a fuck abroad. You know, what are you doing? You're teaching me. So you know how to play a piano. Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, I'm telling you, no, listen, I don't want to get insulted, okay?
I'm trying to get you to answer my question.
Exactly. It's not important. Actually, you're talking about how you learned how to play the piano. This is different. You gotta wipe yourself clean. You gotta empty your closets. Got the skeletons in there, and you gotta go after it fresh, not with any preconceived notions of how you learned this and how you learned that. Because you see, listen, if you learned how to play piano and you're very, very good, that exercise has never come through to going out with brats, because it's 25 years later and you still haven't picked up any brats. So
okay,
I'm saying to you, listen,
that's not
all your knowledge. Listen.
In 3 years, okay? I have done better in 3 years than I did in 12 years before. Why? Because I started applying the same methodology that I used to piano.
Exactly. But you know what?
So I'm asking you to help.
Can you do an orchestra? Can you do a symphony? What do you consider that? 3 chicks? You wanted 2 chicks?
No. I'm just talking about getting to the point where I am more.
That's what I'm saying to you. What I'm trying to say to you is, you gotta forget that stuff you're thinking about, and we got to get you thinking fresh. Thinking first about this.
Why ask
you know what?
Questions?
Tonight when you go home,
in my head.
Tonight when you go home, write down on a sheet of paper what you like about a woman, and what you like doing to a woman.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Email it to me.
That's
Wait a second. Email it to me. Okay. And then we're going to discuss every single aspect.
Okay. What I like, say that again. What I like about women.
What you like about women, and what you like doing to women.
Good. Okay. And I'll email it to you.
And then we'll get on the phone and we'll discuss every single thing you wrote.
Good. And how to apply that with the extra.
No, start. You see, there's where you're going too far ahead of yourself.
Okay, that I can know.
Start there.
That's cool. That's cool. That's good.
That's what I'm trying to. You don't need any preconceived notions. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It doesn't matter how you played the piano or how you did anything else in your life. You understand?
I'm just saying that what you gave me half an hour ago with the, you get up from the couch and you say, I really will be able to do it. It sounds stupid to you because you don't learn that way. But for me,
no, I'm not saying you're not going to be able to do it, but you need your whole package. You just can't do part of it.
I agree.
You know, it's like you can't. You know, you opened up the ball. Now, what do you do with the rest of it?
I agree. I'm just trying to get at the whole package.
So what's the answer? It's the woman that he picked up?
No, he's not. You see,
I'm asking you direction on a date.
When I went out with them, I forgot whatever else I did for a living or any hobbies I had.
That's good.
I went out solely to hunt pussy. Some of you who know me know I refer to when I go out, I'm like a lone wolf. I go out hunting pussy and I have to get my... I don't want to think about piano. I don't want to think about anything you do, finance or whatever you do, or real estate. I don't want to... No, you have to be focused. Because all you guys, that's what I'm trying to compliment you on,
that's great,
are focused. That's why I'm trying to tell you what part of a piano looks like a pussy. Nothing. So then don't think about piano and pussy in the same brain.
Okay, all right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? You gotta stay focused on what you're thinking about. Does that make sense to you?
And that will create...
I honor your opinion.
That makes sense.
No, really, no.
Now it makes sense to me, David.
No, it just sounds...
I don't know anything about it.
You go hunting, okay, in the bush.
No, it makes sense. I get it.
Look at
because that will create whatever
you go hunting in the bush for rhino.
David, I have a question. Sounds like you're getting yourself into state, meaning that you're only focusing in, when you go out on the hunt, it really is a hunt for you. What do you do, or what do you think of, when you don't know anything about your prey?
I find out.
That's it. Now we're getting there. You did the whole question.
That's what I'm telling you. I find out about my prey before I go for the hunt.
And are you talking about...
You have to know the terrain. You have to know the terrain.
All right, how do you go
Those
about
questions are great, David. You don't seem to want to give it. You keep saying we're not advanced enough. Look,
Because I have a new program coming out, okay? There's a series of questions you're going to ask this chicks.
That's
And
great
in
stuff.
the kit, okay, listen, and the last question gives your name and your phone number, you rip it off, and there's a number, it's going to appear on our emails address. It's going to be questions they're asking for interviews, which we will hope Cosmopolitan picks up
From the website.
From our website. Okay, and there'll be little prizes for these women. I have to see which ones, and they'll be all posted, and they'll have their own serial number, not identified by name. Okay, and if they want to pick up their prize, they can call the guy's name at the bottom of the sheets. And it comes with a noose, because if you don't get laid after you use these sheets, hang yourself.
Okay. Oh, you're coming out with something. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And then he's going to do a seminar and have a party after with all the chicks.
Yeah. My next seminar, if you don't intend to get fucked, don't come.
Okay, so you're coming with a new idea. The point was that...
No,
I like the seminar.
What?
I like the seminar. I like the seminar idea.
Yeah. No, we're gonna have a seminar. We're gonna have a party afterwards.
I envision chicks with their asses in the air at the seminar.
Well, David, all I'm saying is that when you say you ask women questions, I'm starting to understand how that can be powerful, but only now because you start to give us some of those questions.
Doesn't really matter the questions. It's the attitude you have.
I agree with that too.
You know, when you ask women, and you can ask them, right when you meet them, what do you find the most attractive thing in a man? You ask them those questions. They're going to tell you right away.
But you got to do it with the right attitude.
But if women lie, how do you know what they're telling you is the truth? Because, see, this is where I'm getting two different points of information.
I'm saying to you that's a hard thing. It's a hard thing to understand. Okay, you got a good point there. No, he's got a very good point. They lie. Now, if a woman says to you, I don't find guys with beards attractive, even if she's lying to you, why are you going to waste your time? I don't like guys with beards and shorts. Goodbye.
So you move on.
You move on. So if she's lying to you or telling you the truth, what's the difference?
She decided to get rid of you anyway.
You know what she's going to say?
But you
Because
also say...
listen to me, okay?
Who cares what they think?
Yeah,
So-
but you see, you're asking these questions. Those questions are for your mind, not for their mind. Okay, because a woman doesn't think, to a woman, what's attractive in a man is not what you're thinking. Most men think, looks is how big my dick is. That's not what they think of. That's rare. Most women like, believe it or not, the first one, sense of humor. Which I never understood. I thought it would be being macho or strong or something. The next one is confident. Power. Knows where he's going. Strong. But they never mean physically strong. They want to feel protected. How does a woman feel protected? You're taking her. You're shielding her. She feels protected. I know little protection things. I never let them walk on the outside of the road. Yeah. Okay? That's more gallant, right? In case you get splashed by a car. And when I'm doing that, I tell them, I really should let you walk there because I don't want to get splashed by a car, but I'm being nice.
Okay.
You know?
Good stuff.
I'm making them aware. Open the door for them.
You're not just doing it, you're communicating.
Well, I'm a gentleman. I'm not, you know, I want to charm them. I'm not saying I'm going up to fuck, let's fuck, get out of here, duh. You know? No, I'm telling you, I'm charming. I ask them all kinds of questions. I charm them.
But what I'm having a problem with intellectually, which is probably the problem, you're saying on the one hand, don't
You
care.
trying to think that you're a rocket scientist?
No, I'm just trying to
It's
understand.
not rocket science. Look at this. Okay, watch this. Okay, watch carefully. I'm going to explain this to you very carefully. You got that?
It still doesn't answer my question though.
But I'm trying to. You're talking to me intellectually. Yeah. What intellectually are you having trouble with?
You're saying don't care what they think, but if I'm asking them questions and I can't...
What do you want to do when you meet the bride if she turns you on? What are you talking to her for?
To have sex about it at the end.
You mean to say this girl you went out with for that period of time never once thought in her mind that you want to fuck her? She never once gave it. Did she dress up nice for you? Did she wear perfume?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Not once did she think, He wants to fuck me. Why'd she wear perfume? Her pussy smell that bad?
I don't know.
Did you ever say, I like your perfume? Did you ever say that to her?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. She never thought that you want to fuck her, okay? Did you ever touch her arm?
Yes.
Did you ever play titty whistle with her?
Yes.
Stink finger?
Almost.
Almost stink finger. Fuck, I'm lucky because, the fireworks that would have gone off in this building here, it would have been too much for us to handle. The glare might have burnt down the block. What do you mean almost? Close is only good in horseshoes.
Okay.
How could you almost?
No, the answer is no.
Yeah, exactly. I know the answer. You ain't telling me, no surprise, okay? The answer's no. Okay, I almost fingered her. She pushed your hand away?
Yeah.
Maybe that was goodbye. How soon after you met her did you almost finger her? A year, 6 months, 8 months?
Second date.
Second date? And you went for a third?
I get what you're saying.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Well, wait a second. You're saying that he should have dumped her right there on the second date because she wouldn't let him finger her?
On the second date, she pushed his hand away.
Yeah, but you said you gave her more than 3 dates.
On the second date, she pushed his hand away.
That means she wasn't ready on the second date, but
she pushed his hand away from her touching her pussy on the second date.
Yeah, so she might have been ready on the third date.
Did you kiss her with the tongue? Did you have her bra off, or did you just touch her on the outside?
Top was off.
Yeah.
Top was off.
And you didn't say what's going on? You didn't say that to her?
That's good. Now that's where...
What's the deal here?
Yeah.
No,
why are you teasing me?
No, I didn't.
Were you thinking that? Did you think she teased you that night when you went home?
You want to go further with that?
Hold on. You really want to know?
Well, I can't hear 3 people.
You have no sense of adventure. Where's your sense of adventure? I thought you were spontaneous. What's going on?
You could have said any of it. I agree with you exactly.
That's it. That's where it's
Well, wait a minute.
Just imagine. You wait a minute. What would I have said?
That's what I want to know.
What do you think? No, you know what?
I don't know what you would have said.
What do you think I would have said as you pushed my hand away on the second date?
What the hell's the matter with you?
Thank you. What do you think I would have said?
Oh, what rules do you have?
What do you think I would have said? Okay. What would you think I would have said?
Maybe I'm not the right guy for you.
Yeah, I would have said a number of all. But you're not thinking even close to that. You'll know it for another year. So doesn't. Hello. You wouldn't have stood for it for me. You were getting mad for you. You know what I'm saying?
The voice.
I'm sorry. Yeah. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah. But
you
see, for us, we accept that treatment of us. We do. It's not fair.
Of course not. Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Exactly. You see, if you didn't know it, if you weren't intelligent guys, I would forgive you. But I can't.
That's cool.
No, I'm not going to fucking sugarcoat it. You all know what to do. Mm-hmm. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? That's what I think. Look, he's fantastic. He comes into the office and he says to me, do you mind if I say this?
I don't know what you're going to say.
What about the girl in the front?
Whatever.
About the girl in the front?
Yeah, go ahead.
He says to me, I was thinking of this girl in the front, and I almost said what I wanted to say, but I didn't say it, and I came upstairs. I go, you're never going to see her again in your life. You might have said it, you might have fucked her. Now you'll never know. He had the right fucking thought, probably exactly what I would have said. Close enough to it that it would have been just as good. He thought of what he's going to impress me with upstairs to tell me he didn't impress me. I got pissed off. Why didn't you say it to her? What suit she would have said, fuck off, you fuck off. Hey Dave, I said it to her and she said fuck off. Or, I'm a half hour late because I got this number from this chick downstairs. I know where she works. I know everything about her. I can forgive that. I'm not like a woman. You call me, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Shut up. I'm there when I'm there. I told him, hey, I got my father's in the hospital. I don't know exactly what time I'm going to be there. When he's asking you to have somebody put him in his chair, and the hospitals are like today. I'm not going to leave because I got to go to the Lair meeting. I mean, you guys are very important, but that's more important to me. You prioritize. And I don't let a woman twist me around. Where were you? Shut up. I was busy. I never, ever make a date with a time. When I'm ready to come on the date, I'll call you just before I leave. They love to say, you were late. But you were late. You were late. They love to have that on you. So you start your date off, you're fucked. You're already fucked.
But then that means that, so how do you work it out if you...
I tell them we'll go out next Thursday for dinner. Okay. She says, what time is that? I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly what my days are going to be like. I'll call you when I get home. I'll talk to you on the phone for a bit. After I get dressed and showered, ready for the date, I'll come and get you. I'll call you before I leave. I never give them a time.
It builds up some anticipation.
No, they have to wait for me. It's when I want to go over.
That's
I'm never gonna. You were late.
Keep pushing it a little bit later every time.
At the beginning of the
Always, not at the beginning. Always. I never say me too.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool.
Okay, I'm never gonna give them a time when they want. It's what I want. You know what? I believe I'm the most important person in the relationship. I really believe it. So if you believe that, it doesn't matter what time they want you there. It's when you want to be there. I don't care if they don't want to see me again because I can't give them a... Hey, if you can't give them a time and they don't accept that and they don't want to see you because you won't give them a time, aren't you better off? Mm-hmm. Really? Hey? They're demanding what time you're going to be here. And you all know what happens if the phone rings. What happens if this happens? It's a date, for Christ's sake. I don't have to be regimented. It's not a business appointment. It's a fucking date. I hope to get my dick sucked after you get all these games out of your head. That's what it is. With you, it's a date. Fuck you, it'd be 2045.
But, Tim.
I'm sorry, buddy. It's June 2nd.
You're a good host.
No, am I razzing you good?
No, you're doing good.
I hope so, because you deserve it. No, he's got to know too. But he's not the bad one there. And that's what you have to all realize. Mm-hmm. What this girl did to him
was terrible.
Sure, he had a good heart.
I don't know one of you guys who would do that. There's nobody malicious enough to do that to somebody else.
Sick,
to tease, to take advantage. Why? Because he's naive? Okay. The thing with men is, all men are the same thing. At some point, this brain goes click, and this brain takes over. Yeah. And the trouble is, its head is a lot smaller than this one. It ain't a lot of brain power in there. Hey, we're forgiven because you just think, it's like just Rod's giving you a blowjob. And just before she gives you a blowjob, she says, "Can you take me to Florida for a weekend?" Yeah, you are. Just finish, yeah. It's the same thing. You can promise anything in the world. You don't even know what you said. Just don't stop. I loved when I found out a broad could go through multiple orgasms and I knew how to give it to practically every broad. I loved it. I used to tease the shit out of them. I go, "Do you think I could get you to come again?" She goes, No way. I go, "Well, this is just because I know you're going to do something mean to me one day." And I'd make her come again and she'd freak out. And I have her in such fucking control. After that, she's mine. I own her. I could do anything I want. Then I'd say, if you really care for me, you bring another girl into this relationship. I'd start that when they're on that fucking aura of cum, when they're all fucking so pleased with me. But that's the advanced stuff, and you'll never make it there until you work out the first stuff. It's easy, and it's like guys who drove trucks will tell you the bigger the truck is, the easier it is to drive. You look at those guys in the rigs and you think, they're really hard to drive, but they're not. You're you're thinking is hard.
Basics are important. I agree. Totally.
Yeah, you have to get past what's fucking you up.
That's true.
Because after you get past that, it's like, you know, he's having an awakening today. But like I said, if you think I'm full of shit, I don't care. As long as you go with one of the guys you believe in. But it has to be who you believe in. Because you can't dance at every wedding. How does that saying go? You can't dance at 20 weddings. You can only do so many. You gotta choose the one you're at, and that's what you're doing too.
Well, what happens is that, there are different approaches. They seem contradictory, but you realize that they have elements that really work, and you can combine. Some guys have been very successful because they've combined from different approaches.
Are you one of those guys who combine?
Listen, yes.
Did you smell the fingers of the guys who combine? Did it work? Are you sure?
I haven't smelled your fingers either. I'm just taking it at face value.
Hey, you know what? Like I'm saying to you, I could go by the guys that I brought through. You can smell their fingers. We're working on him right now to do a twosome with his girlfriend. Right? We're working on stuff. Look at Steph. He was just like the rest of you guys. Now he doesn't even come to the meetings anymore because he started writing a book and he wouldn't even finish. He's fucking too much. Look at the guy in New York. The other guy wanted to fucking date prostitutes. What did I tell him? I didn't talk to him for 2 years. I gave him a couple of tips. I gave him, here's where you're going wrong. That's it. It's not something that you're still thinking that this is such a complicated. What do you think? People study for this. The average guys don't study for this.
Naturals don't.
Everybody's a natural. I refuse to believe that I'm a natural and you're not. I refuse it. It's too easy. It's like,
I totally agree. We've talked about this. We can easily overanalyze this and overthink this. True. And getting down to
you're trying to make a space shuttle out of a bicycle.
Yeah, I can believe that.
That's where your problem is, because everybody can ride a bicycle. I mean,
okay, I see what you mean now.
You know what?
In other words, having sex with chicks is not as hard as playing piano. That's true.
No, it's fucking easier. It fits.
I didn't feel that way, but
everything fits right away.
Is that like saying that maybe sometimes people overcomplicate stuff because they want this big system, but they're not willing to look at the very basic problem? And usually the basic problem is a simple thing, but it's hard to fix.
I've created a monster.
The exercise that you gave...
I've created a monster.
No, the exercise that you gave me to do, which I don't want to tell anyone yet because I don't want to jinx it, is like, I know if I do it, it'll change my life. It's not hard to remember what you asked me to do.
But it's hard to do.
But it's really simple. And I could study for 10 fucking years and it's not going to help me do it. Either I do it or I don't.
Exactly. And it's not a big fucking, you don't have to go to a seminar for 2 years to figure it out. You just do it and it's simple. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You think it's something more than it is. It's not a nuclear space laboratory going into outer space.
Well, I'm going to do this for sure. I will email you this.
For sure.
Like a private consultation for sure.
Yeah, all you guys, I think that's your problem. A couple of privates and that's it. You know what? Ask him what my office is like. You can eat all the junk food and candy you want.
Where's your office? That was the best part.
Hey, I want to relax you.
There's this little junk food buffet there. You got chips, or you can have crack, or you can have chocolate. Okay. You got Diet Colas, and
where's your office?
Yes. Place on Green Avenue.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, you can have whatever. I want you to. We shoot this shit for a while, and we work on your real problem. That's all. It's easy. But I don't sugarcoat it, which I think you can appreciate.
Cool.
I give it to you between the eyes because I want you to know. Who's going to tell you? You're going to wait. All these guys like you, and they don't want to offend you because they're your friend, and they relate to a lot of what you're going through because they're going through a lot of the same problems. But that doesn't help you. That means you have a lot of good friends, okay? And that's what good friends do. That's why these broads can't be your good friend. You know, this one broad says she wants to be my good friend. And I said, more than anything else in the world, what I need is you to suck my dick. And she did. And you want to know something? She was my girlfriend's sister. And you know what? For that short time, she was my best friend.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I never lost sight of what I was getting. My dick sucked. She says she felt so for me, so close to me. Ooh, it was like sounding like you, giving me all kinds of reasons why she sucked my dick. I didn't care. As long as she felt justified, it was fine by me. Same thing with you. You're looking for a gazillion reasons why. I mean, the married woman, you keep her around, you should have 6 broads. You live alone, you got a nice place. This end of town, I thought not far from here, I used to have 2 girlfriends. One was a blind girl. I was telling him tonight. She told me she was blind, and a lot of guys would go over because she was blind. I go, no, I love to play Braille. Nothing turned her off. I went there, I fucked her all the time. Because she was blind. People wouldn't go over to see her. Because I very rarely, which I could say almost never, lose focus. I look through a completely like this. This is what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. That's all when I go out for that, I'm relentless. That's what I want, this pussy. What do you do for, I don't care. I don't want to know what I do for a living. I'm here because you turned me on. And it's like anything else. How many guys have any children here? Nobody? Okay.
Not that we know of.
No, it's like, when you have children, okay, you realize how you can manipulate them. How you can get them to do things by saying the opposite things. He sees I have my kids corralled, they can't get anywhere that they want to go. Because I talk to them. I tell them it's the same thing like women. They're no different than children.
That's very true. I agree 100%.
You have to know what you want and you go after it.